You can't be successful unless you know what success looks like. But Matt, how do I know what success looks like for me? I'm about to break it all down. It's super easy. Tonight on All Things YouTube Live, we'll get the countdown timer going. I always have a hot mic. We'll get some cool jams going while that happens. And I will flip over to the beloved bald spot cam. There we go. Let me know if you're in the chat. Say hello. That is a very specific question, Robin. I say give it the smell test. Expiration dates are only a suggestion. Someone knows what's up.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away with fear.
You bring up some good points, Robin. I don't know.
Never let the truth fade away.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. This is the All Things YouTube live show. My name is Matt Haas, your host. I'm going to tell you everything that's new and different in the world of the YouTubes and give you some success strategies. What strategy is that? It's figuring out your plan. Like, you can't be successful unless you know what success looks like. You need a business plan for content creators. And I'm going to show you everything you need to know. I'm actually working on a free downloadable for this. It's not ready yet, but this is going to be all about that. Let's see who is here tonight live. We have Harneal Media. He says this is show 201. A step closer to 1,000. You know it, baby. Hey, last week I had the 200th episode. It was a lot of fun. A lot of good information. I watched the whole thing back. I usually watch most of my live streams back. This, I watched the entire show back. Good stuff. Go check it out. It's in the back catalog. Robbins Buys and DIYs is here. Welcome back to the channel. There's Jaden with the purple heart in the channel name. Hello, Jaden. How are you? We have Steven Kaflin. Welcome back. He wants to be awesome on the YouTubes. More people are piling in here. That is awesome. We've got the tipping service active today. This is also in the description of the video. If you do that, you'll get your name flashed up on the screen with a little sound. You'll replace this person of any amount. You get screen real estate on the screen. How long does it stay? Until someone tips over top of you. That could be a brief moment, or it could be 5 or 6 shows worth. You never know. Top tipper, you'd have to overtake that amount, but that's there. That's fun for you. I also have some Patreon people. That's a monthly subscription. Let's check them out. Top patrons, Jerry Brown from Polly Once a Crafter, Love Audio Production, Shalalala Productions, The Venture Forward, Driveway Workshop, and Enjoy Jacks. Thank you for being top patrons. Quick paid ad, The Venture Forward. That is a channel about recovery. If you or someone you love is suffering from addiction issues, check out that channel. There might be something for you. The host, John Venturini, super entertaining, knows his stuff. There might be something there for you. Other supporters, Harneal Media, Wit Profit, and Rich Vibes. Some $1 supporters over there. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. I work hard to make all this free content for you, and it's nice to get a little bit if you can do that. Goes a long way. Oh, my. I've got the hype button active. Any amount donated will equal 1 button push per dollar, and that's active not only for the tipping service, but also the Buy Me a Coffee, which will also flash something up and give you a little announcement with the sound on screen as well. So that's a lot of fun. GoPro is up and running. Hi, GoPro. Always good to have all the equipment happening here. I also got the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's over there. I'm going to connect it to Ecamm and show you the front-facing autofocus, which is like a new thing. Front-facing camera has autofocus. Who knew? We'll see if it's all that it's cracked up to be. Maybe you'll think it will be. Maybe you think it won't be. Robbins Pies and DIYs was asking questions about expiration dates in the chat leading up to the start of the show here during the countdown timer. And hey, that's just the way it is. Look who it is. JV is here, Mr. John Venturini. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. We're talking about business plans. Or do you want to look at the iPhone first? Let's look at the iPhone first, because I think this is going to be a little bit of fun here. So let me switch over to the iPhone. So here's the new iPhone. And let's get the front-facing camera happening here. See if I can get this bigger. Hold on a sec. I'm looking in so many different directions. There we go. All right, so now there should be autofocus happening here. Let's give it a shot. So it's focused on me. And now that's in focus, but my face is blurry. And now my face is in focus, but the thumb is blurry. Thumb's in focus, not me, not my face. Now my face. Does this matter? Like, is this a big deal? Like, I don't even know if like that's a thing or not. Yeah, I had to purchase this. I had to. Actually, I didn't have to, but my old iPhone 12. Okay, so not this is the 14 that you saw. I had a 12. A month after I got it, it fell into the washing machine, and I ran it through 10 minutes of a wash cycle. And no, it wasn't on the top of the pile, just getting a gentle sprinkle. It was underneath the 3 inches of standing water at the bottom of the drum. And Apple tested it. The Apple geniuses ran through 2 deep diagnostics. They're like, there's nothing wrong with it, sir. I'm like, I know there's something wrong with it. So anyway, I waited. I could have jumped on like the next version. I could have bought an iPhone 13 right away to replace my iPhone 12 after I dumped it in the washing machine. But I punished myself, and I waited until this one came out. This is the first phone I ever bought on launch day. Never before in my history have I bought a phone on launch day. So, new milestone for me, I guess. Let's see what JV says. Business plans. Plans for a tweaked left knee. Oh, vacation plans. All of that and more tonight, says in his commentator voice. Is this a thing? Let us know in the comments. Gentle sprinkle. Polly Wants a Crafter is back in the house. That's my friend Jerry. Wave hi to Jerry, everybody. He is my longest supporter on YouTube, Mr. Jerry Brown from Polly Wants a Crafter. Go on his back catalog. He doesn't publish much anymore, but he was making one woodworking video a day, and he attempted to do it daily for a year. Didn't quite get to the full year, but it was well over 200. I think it was well over 250 in a row. Blew me away. Man is a strong work ethic. He has a strong work ethic. Upgrade / punishment. Upgrade punishment. Yeah. Well, they lock you into those contracts. It's quite a racket. And anyway, I wish like money was no object. Like, 2 months after I bought my phone, sure, I'll just buy another one. Whatever. Like, get my checkbook. Doesn't work like that. Hey, look at this. He's getting back into things. I've noticed your content has been picking up. I'm digging it. All right. Let's talk business plans. A business plan sounds so boring. Oh, this is the episode I'm going to skip. No, you're smart. You're watching this on the replay or you're catching this live. You're the smart one, because there's a lot of techniques I can teach you. I can teach you how to make better thumbnails. I can teach you how to make better titles, how to tell a story, how to edit, how to tweak the analytics, marketing, graphic design. I can teach you all of these things, but if you don't have the vision of where you're going and why you're on this path and what success looks like, if you don't have those higher level guiding concepts, success isn't going to find you. You're going to grind and not get anywhere. Well, I'm here to stop all that. I'm here to make it easy on you so you have this higher level vision. That's what we're doing. David W. Ryan is here. He says, some people are already reporting problems with the iPhone 14's camera. What? Well, we will wait for the updates. That's what you always do. Whatever it is, it can be fixed with software. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Now, hopefully software will fix whatever. These cameras are insane in these phones. Some resolutions you can do over 200 frames a second, which is insane. 128 frames a second. And the images look great. I have been using the iPhone for just still photos that I put in thumbnails and put in marketing blurbs. It's just so easy, and it looks so good. Something to it. My last iPhone was the 3. A 3? iPhone 3? You mean 13? Did you miss a 1 there, Jerry? Did you mean 1, 3, 13? Yeah. Oh, man, that's nuts. Okay, let's get into it. Stuart Video is back. If you need professional low voltage video, especially long distance, he is the one who can hook you up. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart gave me some tips on some pro level gear. I'll never forget that, sir. Appreciate it very much. All right, here we go. Purpose. What is the purpose of your YouTube channel? This is to help you get a plan in motion. Ask yourself, what are the reasons for having a YouTube channel? What are the reasons? Well, I'll answer. I'll answer this for me. I want to give power to the independent content creator. I want them to have a worldwide audience, just themselves or a small team, like not Hollywood, not television. I want to make YouTube the go-to place for education and entertainment, or both. That's my reasons. What will success look like for your YouTube channel? Success for me is have this be a serious income supplement to my full-time job. Full-time, maybe? That's a maybe, but I would like to at least break even because this is a money suck. But I love doing it. Audience, let's look at if you have any questions along the way, let me know. Or if you want to answer some of these in the chat, put those in the chat as well. What does Jerry say here? I have been off the iPhone a long time. I hate ATT. Okay. Listen, every cell carrier is the worst. There's no good one. I'm sorry. There just isn't. But security tip, don't ever disclose what cell network you're on, because that's one less vector. Because if someone wanted to compromise you, they would randomly try all of them until they just by happenstance landed on the one you were using. If you tell someone who you're using, they know exactly who to call. Audience. Demographics. Okay. This is similar to the customer avatar. You could sometimes hear it described like that. Try and think who your ideal audience person, like a single person would, or a type of person would be. Are they male, female, both? What are their genders? What are the age range of your audience? What is your audience passionate about? And what are they struggling with? Try and form a picture of that person. And then when you create content, imagine you're speaking to that person. This sounds pretty hokey. It's not. This is like legit stuff here. Legit. Value. This is the fun stuff. What are you bringing to the table? What content types will you create? This is video on demand, live, posts, or shorts, or some of them or all of them. To think about that. How often do you want to create videos and or go live? Write it down. You got to write it down. Mark it. I'm flying through these, baby. This is fun stuff here. It's like, how will you and your channel be different compared to your competitors? Yeah. Some competitors, they try and do it all. They try and do tech. They try and do strategy. They try and do YouTube news, like what's new and different on the platform. They try and, they kind of do it all and maybe don't do any particular one very well. So, what I want to do is I think I'm going to focus more on the YouTube news and on the strategy. Probably not do so much tech, but I'll never not do tech. But yeah, that's kind of how I would answer that one. Oh, wow, that's awfully small. Let's see if I can fix that. Wow. I don't know why this is the wrong color. What? Excuse the. Anyway, what will you do better than most others? Yeah. So for this, for me, I have found that long form explainer videos I'm very good at doing. I'm good at taking a 9, 10, 11, 12-minute video with lots of information. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. But have it not just be a punch list of what knobs and switches to push, actually kind of keeping you engaged with the higher, like where am I at the higher level picture? Like I can geek to English translation very well. So I am very good at explaining a complex multiple step process while keeping you completely engaged, not having it be boring, holding your attention, and not losing your place. You're not just remembering where things are. You're understanding why you're doing something and then actually how to do it. So that's how I can be different. And I think I can do that better than most. I'm certainly not the best, but I think all of my channels, I've done long explainer videos, and they're always the top performing type videos. I also, for the things I build with my hands, I often do an instructable, and an instructable is, it's a website, instructables.com, and it's a how-to website, and they put in steps, do this first, do this second, and I can create that content very well, and I think it has to do with my full-time job as well. I'm a business analyst by day, and that basically means I tell people what to do, how to do it, and how long it should take, and in what sequence things need to be done. And I work with all parts of the business, including executive leadership. So it's quite a fascinating role. And the whole point of what I do full time is how do you do it better, faster, cheaper? Who doesn't want to do that? If you're a business owner, isn't that what you want? That's what you want. Well, a business analyst can bring you that type of visibility because we will have a whole look at how everything operates, and we will be able to find efficiencies and document things on how to do it right. So I'm very, very good at that stuff. And why not bring that to the YouTubes? This can I took a piano apart, multi-step process, blowing up. I've done complicated things like how to talk to the camera, 22, 23, 25 different tips, all flows. I tore apart a tool to service it, fix problems, and put the tool back together. Probably 100 different steps. Good video. Done some other crazy stuff here too as well. I don't know. That's what makes me different, I think. And I'm going to lean into it. If it's working, why not lean into it? What's Robin saying over here? I'm tidying up, a.k.a. looking for something. Robin, I hope you find it. Is there a Friday live this week? Question mark. Asking Mr. John Venturini. That's a good question. I would like to amend the question. I would like to say sometime before Monday evening, every week, can you declare publicly if there will be a Friday show on the Venture Forward? That's what I want to know. So, one, there's a play page, and two, I can advertise it on my show. But if you scroll in the description, you will see a placeholder for the Friday show over there on the Venture Forward. Oh, Robin has declared the tidying up is over. She found what she was looking for. Awesome. Glad you are doing that. Last piece, well, not second to last piece, brand. Let's talk about your brand. Color palette, fonts, and logo. Well, let's talk about it. You need to go on to the interwebs, and you need to do a search for color wheel, and then you need to find like an interactive color wheel at random. There you go. And then choose a base color. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll say, I want that as my base color, and then you pick one of these: complementary, split complementary, triadic, terratic, analogous, monochromatic. So in other words, this is the polar opposite. This is the opposite color of that. Or these are the adjacent colors. Or this is a very powerful one. I like split complementary a lot. Or this one or that one. And the whole point is these colors go together very pleasingly on your eye, how they're arranged here on the wheel. So here, 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 and here. It just looks pleasing. Why does it look pleasing? Science. Science says it looks pleasing. So do that and then write them down. Say, I wrote them down here. I guess you can't see that. But these are the codes. And if I'm designing something and I need to get the color bucket out, look up there, type in my hex code, boom, I got my brand colors. Learn it, love it, live it. Also, fonts, okay? Well, sans serif works better. Sans serif are the fonts that don't have the little pointy things on them. They're block, you know. Sans is without serif. Serif are those little spiky things. You know, think about the Romans. When the Romans had a block of stone, they used to chisel a little triangle at the top, chisel a little triangle at the bottom, and then connect it. And that little triangle marker was the start and end point. And then that's where serifs came from, is stonework. Why do sans serifs work better? They look better smaller. Those little ears and those little sticks, those little nubs that are those serifs, they almost disappear when they're small. So I recommend probably going with a sans serif font. And then the logo. You have to make a logo. How do you make a logo? That's beyond the scope of this show. But you need a logo. There you go. A logo. I like making logos. I don't make logos commercially anymore, but I like making logos. And, you know, pro tip, if you have more than one channel, you'll see that I've often will use the same font between properties. So that font and that font and that font, same font. And then even the same colors. These colors are the same. That's all deliberate. You know, I want people to glance at my stuff, even if they don't have the time to fully take in what they're looking at. I want that just to feel just the vibe of the art to resonate. Oh, that must be one of Matt's things. And then lastly, social. You can't be successful on YouTube if you're only on YouTube. You got to spread your stuff out all over the interwebs. And a website. An actual website where you own. You need a home base. Now this isn't something you need right away, but you shouldn't wait very long to get going. Look how convenient that is. All of my stuff right there. Whatever you're looking for all things YouTube, it's there for you. P.O. box, my email newsletter. Here's everywhere I post. Here's how you can support me. Here's stuff you can buy from me. Why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Some hot links to the store. Websites, actual websites. If you ever get to the point where you want to do affiliate work, in other words, a brand would say, hey, talk about my product on your content, you have to have a website. I don't know anyone that has a brand deal that doesn't have a website. Oh, look at this. Stuart Video says, Mr. Haas helped me clean up my logo. Looking sharp now. Yes. I just declared I don't do logo work. I didn't do logo work. I provided his logo in a different format. So there was no design work that I did for Stuart, but he had a low resolution pixel image of his logo, and that wasn't cutting it. He needed line art. And guess who is a Adobe certified expert in Adobe Illustrator and has 2 thumbs? This guy. So I threw that together for him, and it's great. It's great. I love working with line art. I love the look of line art. I love line art. Here, I'll show you. This is going to be kind of cheesy. That is line art. This is a piece of artwork I have on my wall. That is the Joust from the video game Joust back in the 80s, where you have these, you ride these ostriches and they fly around the board. It's line art. It's line art. It just looks so good. Yeah, I love the style. I love the app. Line art's where it's at, baby. I love it. Now I like pixels too. I'm a Photoshop expert as well. But man, I don't know what it is. I mean, I took drafting as a high school student, and that's what got me to where I am. I took a drafting class, and I'm like, man, I really like drafting. Because I was always a fine artist, but, doing things in a drafting type of environment, it's a different style. I picked it right up, and I'm like, man, I need to figure this out. And Adobe Illustrator is a lot like drafting. Oh, there we go. Was driving. There is a VF Talks this Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Barker and site to come for YouTube and Facebook. Barker is like a industry term for a little blurb, I believe. But yeah. So think about what social that you want to do. I mean, definitely use a microblogging platform like Twitter and Instagram. Those are the hot ones. Facebook, I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook, but it's hard to ignore Facebook. A lot of people think if you do stuff in Facebook groups, you're going to be successful, but a lot of Facebook groups have less than 1,000 people. And you can't move the needle with that. You need to appeal to the masses. You need to appeal to the public. So, yeah. But, and then email. Do you have an email newsletter? You should. I do. Who's not signed up for my email newsletter? Go to allthingsyoutube.com/email and throw your name on the list. That's going to be my primary marketing process, is my email list. And this downloadable that I'm working on, which is going to be free, I think it's going to be offered first on my email list. So those that are signed up, or those that do sign up, will get it first. And then maybe a week later, I think I'm going to put it on my store. So if you come to my website and come down to my store, it'll be on here. I did do, this is relatively new, how to talk to the camera. If you want this product, it's out there and it's free, baby. It's so free that you can pay me if you want, or you can just keep it default to $0. And you'll get a PDF on all of my tips to talk to the camera. Many of those tips I'm using during this live stream. That's the way I like to do it. For sure. Do you have any questions about the YouTubes? You can ask me questions and I will answer them. There's always open Q&A all night long on All Things YouTube Live. I can rant about some graphic images. So I got some x-rays done, and it was from a podiatrist, and they said, here's the portal. This is where you can manage your account and make appointments and things like that. I'm like, great. So I signed up for the portal. I'm like, I can't see my x-rays. So I called them up. I'm like, my x-rays aren't available in the portal. Oh yeah, they're never in the portal. I'm like, well then why have it? Oh, it's the schedule stuff. I know, but like I should be able to do more than just schedule anyway. So their portal was very limited. I was like, I would like my x-rays. Can you send them to me? Like, yeah, we have to put them on a CD. We can't just attach them to email. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Like, oh, we got to charge you for the CD. Fine. So I gave my credit card. The CD came. I put it in my, I got my external CD-ROM drive. I have a CD-ROM Mac USB-A drive. Hooked it up. Wasn't working. I hooked it up to my old Mac. I have like an old MacBook Air. Like it's ancient. Like 2014 ancient. It's like ancient. And open up the CD, and it has like a DOS run executable. And I can see the images, but the images like aren't a real file format. They're just like a indistinguishable blob of data that only this app can understand. They're not JPEGs. They're not PNGs. So I go downstairs. I get my Windows laptop. I have an ancient Windows ThinkPad that I'm going to use to run my CNC machine in my wood shop. I have an overhead carving machine. Anyway, so I run the executable on there, and there's no way to export them. So I right-click the image. It's a full app with like a viewer where you can flip through your x-rays and annotate them and do other weird stuff with them, but there's no export. So I just right-clicked them, and it said save to disk. I'm like, okay, there you go. And it did save the high res to disk. So I got them, and finally got them on my Mac with the sneaker net. So write them to the USB stick in the Windows machine and then pop it in the Mac. But why? Why do you, I just want the images. Why give me this whole app? Like, it's so stupid. People need to get into the current year 2022 because like they're living in the 90s, I swear. Why does this happen? But yeah, physical media, it's still a thing apparently. And then my doctor's office has a no cell phone sign, and the cell phone is the Motorola TAC 650. Like this phone, like a clip art version of this style phone was the no cell phone little sign on the door. I'm like, this phone came out in 1992. 30 years old. You have a 30-year-old phone on your clip art. Don't get me started. David W. Ryan says, I went through the same ordeal with my wife's MRIs. Yeah, it's like, why couldn't you just attach them to email? Like, that would have been so simple. Had to charge me for it. And then I say, well, can I have a receipt with the item on it so I can submit it to flexible spending account? He goes, no, but we can send you an email receipt. I get an email, just an email, like a written out email as the receipt with no description. It just says amount paid 15 from the doctor's office. I'm like, this is going to be rejected. Like, why? Why can't this be easy? Harneal Media says, it's all part of the medical protective HIPAA. Yeah, I know. But HIPAA would prevent them going over unsecure email, but it shouldn't force them to be locked in an executable application that can only be run on Windows, not Mac. Yeah, so like HIPAA would have been fine if they sent me the disk to my house with just the JPEGs. That's not against HIPAA. So I think they're like purposely kind of doing that for you. They still insist on using faxes. Oh, I know. Ditching the Drink is here. Says hello all. I believe that's Mark. Welcome back to the channel, Ditching the Drink. While I drink water. Yeah, speaking of water, I have to up my water intake big time because I learned, I also saw my doctor, who's a total badass. My doctor is a 100% badass. He does, for funsies on the side, he's the medical doctor ringside for MMA, and he has the authority to stop the fight. In other words, his job is to make sure his clients don't get killed. Anyway, he told me that I have to drink a lot more water because I have a high protein diet. And if you don't expel some of the stuff from that, then you can get gout very easily. And I think some of that's starting to set in. So I'm forcing myself to drink more water. So I won't be ditching water, but I have ditched beer. No beer for me. I'll never touch beer again in my life. You know, beer's okay. Hey, Mark brought me a coffee. There we go. Got the hype button active for every dollar spent on the tipping service. So thank you, Mark. Appreciate that, Ditching the Drink. But no, I won't drink beer anymore because it's essentially liquid bread, and I am very low carb diet, and bread is carbs. So and I liked beer. It was never. It's something I just got because I could. I'd much rather have not beer. Anyway, for whatever that's worth. Do ring the bell. Going to be posting a lot here. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Are you in my Facebook group? Get in the Facebook group. Yes, a competing social media platform has my YouTube audience there. Liquid bread. It is. Am I wrong? Beer is liquid bread. Someone told me, I might ruin bread for you forever, but they're like, you know how bread is made, right? You have dough. You have this moist, white, squishy, damp blob of material that turns into wonderful fluffy bread when you cook it. Well, don't think of that as the end. Don't think of that loaf of bread or that slice of bread as the end product. You put it in your mouth, you chew it up, and you swallow it. When you eat food, it mixes with saliva, which is wet. It turns back into that white blob inside your body. I'm like, ew. So anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this on All Things YouTube. Sha-la-la-la Productions. Well, if you ever want liquid bread soup in a soup bread bowl, we'll do the trick. Hi, everyone, says Robert Lee from Sha-la-la-la Productions. How was your show? I had it all queued up to go, and then I had to jump into a meeting for an hour when you were streaming today. He had his Pop Goes the Stream over there on Sha-la-la-la Productions YouTube channel. That's Robert Lee, everybody. Robert Lee. I heard vodka is potatoes. Not sure how true that is. It can be, and vodka can be wheat as well. The Absolute vodka from Sweden is from Åhus, Sweden. And that's spelled with the A with the circle over top of it. Åhus. And that is a wheat vodka, I believe. Anyway, whatever. Drink lots of water to prevent kidney stones. Second time for me. Ouch! I just found out I have a second one. Oh, no! Stuart, get yourself figured out, sir. Anyway, yeah, so I was dealing with Windows. Oh, Windows crashed. Sorry about that. Do you want that overlay? I'm giving that overlay away for free. Just come to my store and follow the store link from allthingsyoutube.com. And then just click the blue screen of death overlay here. Accept the default $0 payment or put in $1 or $2, add it to cart and check out, and you can have it. WebM, the WebM file format, compatible with streaming software, not with streaming services like StreamYard, but hey, is what it is. All right, everyone, I think I'm going to shut her down. Thank you for being awesome. Do give me a thumbs up. Mark, thank you for the coffees. I appreciate that. That will keep me well caffeinated, which is important. If you have a topic you'd like me to discuss on All Things YouTube Live, let me know. Do get in my Facebook group. Knock on the door. I will approve you. And you could be surrounded by other awesome people who are trying to make a name for themselves on the YouTube. Yep, there you go. That's the Facebook group. And I have stickers. Anyone wants a sticker? Oh, Stuart, I believe you said you wanted one of these stickers, the round ones. I'll get those to you. If you want a sticker, just ask me. I'll mail it to you for free anywhere in the world. And I think that's all. Okay. Stay awesome. I love you all. Bye, everyone.